Hello, everyone, and welcome. We're giving everyone a few moments to enter from the waiting room. Thank you for joining, and we can go to the next slide. This is Sabrina Paganoni. I'm here from the HEALEY Center, and we are happy to provide our weekly updates tonight about the HEALEY ALS Platform Trial. And tonight, in addition to Catherine and Allison, our amazing patient navigation team, I'm really honored to be here with you with Jen DiMartino. If you can go to the next slide, it's really an honor for us to work with ALS One and Jen. And Jen, I'll let you tell us more about ALS One, but it's truly inspiring to collaborate with your team and your group, and really, we really are grateful for all your support in so many different ways, and in particular, also your support to the platform trial. So Jen, can you tell us more about your work and ALS One?
Absolutely. I'm so grateful to be here. It's remarkable to be, not only a benefactor, but a founding benefactor of the platform trial, and what you're doing, especially on a weekly basis, to keep everybody updated and informed is just it's just incredible, and it's a tremendous resource. So I'm really honored to be here. We can go to the next slide. So for those of you who are maybe not fully aware of ALS One, I just wanted to give a kind of a quick background on how we were founded and who founded us, and how we got off the ground. So again, my name is Jen DiMartino. I'm the executive director of the organization. We're a nonprofit. We were founded in 2016 by Apologies. We were founded in 2016 by a Massachusetts resident. His name was Kevin Gosnell. He was a prominent business leader, and he was sadly diagnosed with ALS at the prime of his life at age 46. So he was a very dear friend of mine. He was very inspiring, and he was a thought-provoking founder of a business that he started when he was about 16, and he took to a really tremendous level here in Massachusetts. He was a motivational go-to by so many in various aspects of business and really in life. And he was renowned for his passion for teamwork. So when he was diagnosed with ALS, he looked at it as he did really any challenge. What's broken and how do I fix it? And honestly, that was Kevin. So after meeting so many people on the 8-month journey leading to his diagnosis, he saw a gap here in the medical mecca that is Massachusetts, in that there were world leaders working on a cure, and many working to help provide resources and equipment to people living with the disease. But there was little, like you said, Sabrina, collaboration and sharing of both advancements and failures. So his vision was to break down those barriers that traditional silos created, and really open the door for unity in the fight against the disease that needed it so desperately. So he wanted to create a research and care team, joining it as one, to get people to be working on the research together, and then to have researchers, clinicians, care providers be able to help those living with the disease together. And so he really, pitched it to many here in Massachusetts, his idea to the Healey Center for ALS, which was before they were called that, but Meritz Kovich and her team, Sabrina, you as well, Dr. Brown at UMass, who is renowned worldwide for his genetic research in the disease, Fernando Vieira over at ALS TDI. And then on the care side, here in Massachusetts, Ron Hoffman and his team at Compassionate Care ALS, who do so much for families. So long story short, ALS One was formed, and we have been, I think you can go to the next slide now, please. We founded in 2016 in January. We have regular meetings quite often with our research and care teams, fostering that unified approach that Kevin set out with his mission to advance the critical ALS studies while ensuring that all individuals living with ALS have all the things that they need to live their best life. Unfortunately, go to the next slide, please. Our founder lost his battle. Kevin lost his battle just 7 months after we founded. So we founded in January 2016. Kevin lost his battle in August 8th of 2016. But since then, we have very proud to say that we've raised over $17 million to advance key initiatives, both in research and on the care side. So, and when I say care, I just want to make sure it's clear that that is resources, equipment, all different types of equipment, wheelchairs, lifts, ramps, assistive technology devices, all sorts of things. But really remarkably, and this is due to our community, over 2/3 of what we have raised to date has come from grassroots fundraising. So events big and small. We have a pretty pretty packed calendar at all times with events, and they are always very inspiring. They are always a lot of fun, and they are always pretty impactful. We also, I will note, we have a very small staff. So there's only 3 of us. We are in donated space in our founder's former company, who are very, very good to us, and we're located in Whitman, Mass. So for a small staff and a small staffed organization, rather, we have a pretty large footprint, and we're pretty proud of that. If you go to the next slide, you can see some of the really large number of initiatives that we have and continue to help make a significant advancements in by funding so tremendously. So like I said in the beginning, we're a founding benefactor, an ongoing benefactor of the HEALEY ALS Platform Trial. We're very, very proud of that. We're very proud of the work that they're doing there, and everything that's going on with all the different regimens and all the people that are able to take part in the platform trial from all across the country. We've also helped expanded access programs so that people who are not eligible for certain clinical trials can and still participate. There's other initiatives as well at MGH, Parenting at a Challenging Time, the PACT program, the ALS House Call program, Judy Carey's full-time position at MGH. Judy's, for those of you who are on the call, probably know how wonderful Judy is, and she fields over 800 calls, I think, on a regular basis throughout the year from families, not only helping to populate clinical trials faster, but also to help the families navigate the clinical trial process, which can be pretty daunting. Other nutritional and data studies, biomarker studies, and neurotechnology initiatives. At UMass, there's been a tremendous amount of preclinical studies for lots of different genetic research initiatives. And we're really proud of the work that we do there. We're able to work with Dr. Brown and help so many of his initiatives there. At Compassionate Care ALS, we have actually helped to fund over $2 million in equipment, which is remarkable. And it's just wonderful to know that we're not only helping research to advance, but to help families. It's really, really important to us. It was really important to Kevin. And hopefully as more treatments become available, care, we know, will be care will be even longer. So that'll be really wonderful. At ALS TDI, we have helped the completion of AT 1501 and many of their initiatives there. So we're really excited about the impact that we've made. And those are not a full set. Those are just some. So next slide, please. We also, there's a couple other initiatives too that I thought would be worth mentioning. One is coming up that we're really excited about. Sabrina, you're heavily involved in this as well, and I know you're excited about it too, but we hold an annual ALS Research Symposium, and it started years ago, and it used to be in person. And really what we found, because everyone needed to pivot virtually during the pandemic, which we did, when we held it in person, we were really limiting to the amount of people that could come. So it's a research symposium that is, the main focus is researchers and industry leaders who are working on treatments, for them to join together and really share information in a way that takes place over, now it's 3 days. So we kept it virtual after we came out of the pandemic. And what we found was the amount of people that are able to attend now is just remarkable. Last year, we had 900 attendees from over 36 countries. Day one is filled with keynote speakers, and we really have an impressive lineup this year, and we're really excited about that. Day two is we have a call for abstracts, and we select 12 abstracts from people in the industry who are working on treatments. And this year we had about 20 abstracts, so we're narrowing it down to 12. And then on day three, what we added last year was a neurotechnology day. And that day is solely focused on anything related to technology as it relates to ALS. So I really encourage people to go on to ALS One Research Symposium.org. Registration is open to all, and it's free, but you do need to register. So we're really excited about that. And just a couple other things that we do work on together with our care team specifically, is we provide at no cost an in-service training program for any hospital or affiliation that is not steeped in clinical care for caring for an ALS patient. And we've provided that care program to hospital grand rounds, to VNAs, to hospices and palliative care groups, and it's really proved beneficial. We're really proud of that. It's pretty unique, and we're excited about that. So that's, next slide, please. That's really ALS One. That's a snapshot of what we do, but really it's the community. And you'll see on this slide, over to the right, there's quite a number of events that are happening from this weekend straight through November. As I mentioned, they're all really inspiring. Some are our events, some are ones that others have for us. And it's a great way for the community to come together, whether the family is living with the disease, has lost someone to the disease, or just wants to help out. It's really remarkable what can happen when people come together. Another thing we're really excited about is 2017, we launched the only license plate in Massachusetts for ALS research and care. You'll see in the middle, one of my very dear friends holding her plate. The LG is for, of course, Lou Gehrig, and that's available at any RMV in the state of Massachusetts. So you can go onto our website, find us on social media. Our website is als1.org, and that's about it. So again, I'm so honored to be here today, and so grateful that you had me on, and that I could tell everyone about ALS One.
Thank you, Jen. I mean, the outreach and really the footprint of ALS One is fantastic. I will say, personally, I love really the sense of community and unity that you and your team continue to foster, and I loved every single event that I attended. And really, I think that you provide so much value, obviously through your contributions to the platform trial, but many other initiatives Care and Research United again for through the state of Massachusetts. But you know, as you said, some of your events really have a larger reach. I mean, the Virtual Research Symposium, you know, 900 people attended last year. Hopefully we'll have even more this year because it's virtual. Really, we had people from all over the globe really attend, and this year, I mean, every year the speaker lineup is fantastic, but in particular, I have to say I cannot wait for the conference this year because we have really world-class speakers really join this event. So for anyone who's interested, I see that Catherine has posted the link to ALS One and the Research Symposium. So I think it's really a fantastic event where you really bring really all the best research news to anyone who may be interested. And so I think it's really a testament to your mission of creating unity, community, so that everyone can be together and learn about all the best that's going on in ALS care and research. So congratulations to you. And again, thank you for being here and telling us more about your group.
Thank you. Thank you all. Honored to be here.
Thank you. And for our usual update, we can go to the next slide. You know, one of the projects that ALS One and many other groups contribute to is the HEALEY ALS Platform Trial. This is really a platform to test as many drugs as possible in the most efficient time with the best use of resources and everyone's time and efforts. So we are at this stage, we have been testing 7 drugs so far. And so right now we're testing drug number 5, regimen E. The enrollment is complete and we're working on closeout. So we can't wait to see the results of this regimen E over the next few weeks. And we are actively enrolling for new regimens. You know, because there's so much research in ALS, we continue to add more drugs, and regimens F and G are now active and actively enrolling within the same common protocol and shared infrastructure of the HEALEY ALS Platform Trial. So if you're interested in enrolling, there are literally hundreds of spots for participation right now. If you can go to the next slide. We continue to make great progress in terms of regimens F and G, which are the ones that are currently enrolling right now. You can see the numbers. There is sort of a multi-step process for beginning to receive study drugs. So participants first need to consent to the master protocol, which is our shared protocol, and we have had over 300 people consent so far, and then they need to be assigned, randomly assigned to either F or G, and we are now basically around 50% assignment, you know, for both regimens, and so combined. And so of those people, over 200 have already started to receive study drug within either F or G. So thank you so much for your participation, and definitely, you know, if you want to participate, there are still spots available, and these are enrolling across a large number of sites. So if you can go to the next slide. You can see the sites. Every week we add sites. So right now we have 62 sites that are currently active, with the most recent activation of University of California at Irvine this week. So really exciting to be able to offer these. The same opportunities are offered across all sites. So it doesn't matter if you live near a big center or a smaller center, you know, different states, different centers, large academic institutions or small private practices are all offering the same opportunities. And our goal was to activate at least 60 sites. So we definitely, reached our goal, but we have a few more to continue to activate so that we can continue to get even closer to where people live. If you're wondering about the site near you, you can go to the next slide and see how to check the status of the site activation. We continue to update our site list and contact information. So by using the QR code or the link here, you can go onto our website and contact a study team near you to discuss enrollment opportunities. Next slide. And we have a number of resources. Again, sort of a great segue from the previous discussion. We really want to have everyone up to date. We want to offer all the same information, have everyone fully understand the state of ALS research. And so for that, our team, and specifically our patient navigation team, so thank you so much, Catherine and Alison, you are providing a number of brochures with help from many others, people like Judy Carey, who Jen mentioned, our research access nurse, as well as other people, our patient advisory committee, our recruitment and retention committee that includes people living with ALS. Everyone is providing fantastic input on for us to develop a number of brochures, documents, videos. You can find them on our website by following the link or QR code. And so we have, again, a great number of resources about the science behind regimen F and regimen E, and we have a number of resources about biomarkers and procedures to explain the trial. Next slide. And we also want to provide sort of one-on-one kind of opportunities for further discussion. So thank you so much to our patient navigation team who serves as a central resource for people living with ALS. So they're available to talk to you by phone or email. We will be here weekly with this webinar series, although we have one meeting that's canceled because of the NEALS conference that's coming up. We're going to be traveling the first week of October. But before then, we will have another couple of webinars, which we're really excited about. Next week, we will have a representative from the ALS Association. And then the following week, we will provide an update about the expanded access companion program that's going on in parallel to the platform trial. And don't forget to sign up for our ALS link, which is our newsletter, so that you can have sort of, weekly emails about updates from the ALS link itself. And I see that Catherine is posting a number of resources in the chat. So feel free to, again, browse those resources. And I would like to say that, for ALS One, for anyone who may be interested in ALS One, please connect with Jen and also the ALS One website. There's lots of opportunities for volunteering. So if you are in the state of Massachusetts and you want to contribute to ALS One, please don't hesitate to connect with Jen. And maybe, Catherine, if you can circulate Jen's email, that would be wonderful. And really, we would love, I know the team at ALS One is incredibly welcoming and collaborative. So thank you for contributing to that. And don't forget the research web seminar from ALS One as well. And there's a few questions in the chat. And so I see questions about, again, where to find the recordings. And so again, Catherine is posting all the links. And there's another question about extending platform trials to other locations. So actually, Catherine, if you can help me out in terms of posting the list of sites. So the sites that are active right now are they're either enrolling or they're being activated. That's the list of sites. We have over 70 sites in our network. I believe that we are expanding in the New York area. So stay tuned for that. We have a few more sites that I've asked to join. So there's, for brand new sites, it may take a little bit longer to get connected. But so for the person who asked, yes, we have more sites coming up in the New York area. We have not opened sites in Canada yet, and I'm replying to a question in the chat, and that's because we actually proposed this to the Canadian group, but they have other trials going on, so they prefer not to join for now, hopefully in the future. I see that there's a comment about sort of, some specific study logistics from a trial participant. I would ask you, I cannot see your name. So if you don't mind emailing Catherine and she can help you out. I know you have some questions about study procedures and blood draws or CSF draw and kind of screening procedures for FNG. So we cannot see where you're from or what site you're working with. So if you can reach out to Catherine with an email, she can help connect with the site and help you out. I believe there's some questions about, again, screening procedures. So please connect with Catherine directly. And I think there's a question for Jen. If people impacted by ALS want to participate with ALS One, can you tell us more again about ways that they can contribute or assist?
Yeah, definitely. So I answered it a little bit, but then I was unclear what the question was. So if you're interested in getting involved in sort of a volunteer, or in terms of our events, we do have a lot of different volunteer opportunities and ways people can get involved that way. We've got, we're in the New York City Marathon. We've got events large and small. We have an annual gala, golf tournaments, all that stuff. But if you're an impacted family and you need resources, we would love to be able to help as well. So please don't ever hesitate to reach out. We have the ability to help in many different ways. So please definitely reach out.
Thank you. That's important. I think that's great message again for people who want to volunteer, participate, listening to the follow research news, but also very importantly for people who are impacted by the disease more directly. ALS One and the team can help in different ways. So don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much, Jen. I mean, it's such a pleasure to have you on these calls, and I'm sure we'll invite you again. And to everyone who was here today, thank you so much for participating. We'll have another excellent guest speaker next week from the ALS Association, and then the following week we'll talk about expanded access. Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you.